Ladies and gentlemen, we have more breaking news regarding the San Francisco 49ers here on day one of free agency during the legal tampering period as the San Francisco 49ers are signing offensive tackle Veridian Lowe to a 2-year deal. According to Ian Rapoport, it's going to be a 2-year, $5.75 million of that is guaranteed with $12 million max value. Now, this is a pretty solid move. Not going to be a big name, not a super surprising move, I would say, in terms, oh my gosh, the Niners just signed this guy, but a guy that's going to help this team out, be your swing tackle. Now, Veridian Lowe, he's a former sixth round pick back in 2022 by the Minnesota Vikings. Spent 2 seasons there, but then the last 3 seasons with the New England Patriots. He's 6'5", 315 pounds. So, that's the interesting part is it's not really the normal, typical 49ers offensive line, it feels like, especially with that weight. But I still think this is a pretty solid, move. The Niners don't have a swing tackle. You do have Austin Pleasants, but I think they want to obviously have some competition. I believe this guy, would win the competition because it's a 2-year deal. And then obviously the whole Trent Williams, kind of saga, whatever you want to call it, going on where, he has a super big cap at around 38, $39 million. And the Niners basically are like probably want to, lower it, but he wants an extension, Trent Williams. And so the Niners are going through that right now, obviously. But there was a report earlier as well, like few minutes right before the legal tampering period actually took place today, according to Ian Rapoport, that the 49ers are said now to be open to trading Pro Bowl left tackle Trent Williams if the situation doesn't get resolved. Now, obviously, we still have Wednesday where that's going to be the new league year. Obviously, Brandon Ayuk, that's when he'll be most likely released from the team. So maybe they could use some of that money that they will incur. Obviously, it seems like they've used some of it on, Mike Evans, who they signed earlier. But yeah, I think this is a pretty solid move. I like that the Niners add something to the trenches here in free agency. I think a pretty solid move here. Looking at his PFF, um, so he's had 165 um, pass block opportunities. We've got 1 sack allowed, 15 pressures allowed, 95.2 pass block efficiency, 67.1 pass block grade, and 56.8 run block grade. It's not great, but PFF sometimes, I like to take it with a grain of salt. I actually got to watch the film, got to watch the tape to see, how he looks. Fun fact, he's caught a, touchdown pass. And also, I kind of had that pause for a sec because the Broncos just released linebacker Dre Greenlaw, so that's I was like, oh my god, just for a second. But um, yeah, guys, that is going to do it again. Niners sign offensive tackle Veridian Lowe to a 2-year deal, up to $12 million of his max value. Around 5 million of that is guaranteed. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section down below. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Peace out, and let's go Niners.